Hello everyone, welcome to our channel VJ Technobus. Our today's topic is transport layer. Transport layer, short form of this TL. Transport layer decides if data transaction should be parallel or single path, traveling data in a parallel or single path in transport layer. It decides if data transmission should be parallel or single path. The transport layer is a fourth layer from transport layer is the second layer of the TCP/IP model. Transport layer is the second layer of the TCP/IP model, is an end-to-end layer used to deliver messages to a host. Transport layer is an end-to-end layer used to deliver messages to a host. The main role of the transport layer is to provide the communication services to the application processes running on different hosts. The main role of the transport layer is to provide the communication services to the application processes running on different hosts. Transport layer provides logical communication between application processes running on different hosts. Transport layer provides logical communication between application processes running on different hosts. Duplexing means combining splitting means dividing on data are done by this layer transport layer. It receives messages from session layer and convert that message into smaller units, and it passes to the network layer. It receives message from session layer and convert that message into smaller units and passes it to the network layer. So it receives message from session layer and convert that message into smaller units and passes it to the network layer. Many functions done by transport layer that's why we called it as heart of OSI model. Next point in transport layer is functions of transport layer. So the first function of transport layer is process to process delivery. Process to process delivery. If we will see in network layer they will use IP addresses to send message to one to another. Similarly, in data link layer they use MAC address so in transport layer we use port number to send process to process delivery from one network to another. From one network to another network. In transport layer, we use port number to send process to process delivery from one network to another. This is the very important function of transport layer. Second function of the transport layer is end-to-end connection between hosts. Second function is end-to-end connection between hosts. Basically, to deliver the data or to deliver data segment, we have to send data segment from end-to-end connection into host. In this function, basically we deliver data or to deliver data or to deliver data segment, we have to send data segment from end-to-end connection between host Third function in the transport layer is congestion control. If there are too many senders are sending the messages but the receiver is unable to get because it is less in size, So due to too much data, too much messages at a time, there will create a traffic so to solve this traffic, the concept of congestion control is there. The concept of congestion control is there. In this situation, transport layer provides congestion control in different ways. It uses open loop congestion control, to prevent the congestion and closed loop congestion control to remove the congestion in a network. So, transport layer uses two techniques to control congestion. It uses open loop congestion control to prevent the congestion and closed loop congestion control to remove congestion in a network. So, this is the third function of transport layer. Fourth function of the transport layer is multiplexing and demultiplexing. In multiplexing and demultiplexing allows simultaneous use of different applications over a network which is running on a host. It allows simultaneous use of different applications over a network which is running on a host. The transport layer provides this mechanism which enables us to send packet stream from various applications The transport layer accepts these packets from different processes and passes them to the network layer. Passes them to the network layer. So in multiplexing, it allows simultaneous use of different applications over a network which is running on a host. The transport layer provides this mechanism which enables us to send packet stream from various applications. The transport layer accepts these packets from different processes and passes them to the network layer. Similarly, demultiplexing is required at the receiver side to obtain the data coming from various processes Similarly, demultiplexing is required at the receiver side to obtain the data coming from various processes. Fifth function of the transport layer is data integrity. Whenever data is received from application layer or from other side, the integrity check will be done by transport layer. So this is the fifth function of transport layer, that is data integrity. Whenever data is received from the application layer or from other side, the integrity check will be done by transport layer. Sixth function of the transport layer is flow control. In transport layer provides flow control mechanism between the adjacent layers of TCP/IP model. So the transport layer provides flow control mechanism between the adjacent layers of TCP/IP model. Suppose sender is sending the data or messages very fast rate, but the receiver is getting it with slow rate. getting it with slow rate. Capacity of the receiver. The capacity of the receiver to gain the data is very slow. Data is very slow, but the capacity of sending data is very fast. But the capacity of sending data is very fast. The capacity of receiver to gain the data is very slow, but the capacity of sending data is very fast. To manage flow control, it uses the method of sliding window protocol, which is accomplished by the receiver by sending a window by the receiver by sending a window back to sender to informing the size of data it can receive. Sender informing the size of data it can receive. To manage flow control, it uses the method of sliding window protocol, which is accomplished by the receiver by sending a window back to sender informing the size of data it can receive. So this is the sixth function of the transport layer, that is flow control. Function of the transport layer is error correction. So in error correction, transport layer checks for error in the messages coming from the application layer by using error detection codes. Transport layer checks for error in the messages coming from application layer by using error detection codes. And also by NACK bit to verify that data received is exactly they want or not, and also by NACK bit to verify that data received is exactly they want or not. Is there is loss of data there is missing information or there is mismatch information to check it. Error correction would be done in this layer. Error correction would be done in this transport layer. Seventh function of the transport layer, that is error correction. Transport layer checks for error in the messages coming from application layer by using error detection codes and also by NACK bit to verify that data received is exactly what they want or not. Is there of any loss of data, there is missing information or there is mismatch information, to check it, error correction would be done in this transport layer. So these are the 7 functions of the transport layer. In this video I was explaining you about what is transport layer and the important 7 functions of the transport layer. So to learn more about computer networking, please do watch my videos on YouTube and please do subscribe our channel VJ Technobuzz. Thank you for watching.
Please subscribe and share my channel VJ Techno.